What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down and giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players, strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, first inning hits allowed, pitcher fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in. Get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today, guys. And if you are going to be very serious, would highly recommend my premium content package, guys. I do have a Prizepicks MLB, Underdog WNBA, Underdog MLB, Underdog MLB as well, all that stuff. And the VIP membership is one I would really recommend. So I'm sending in all my tickets to the VIP members. We are in the exclusive Discord. I always send it in before. A couple of these lines actually got bumped right before I was going to record this morning, so still going to be rocking with them. There's not nearly as much value as there was this morning when I first sent them in. I'm always up early, grinding in the morning, making sure we can get the edge, grinding late at night to get the top edge for when these lines drop, because as you know, the lines will bump. So if you're interested, would highly recommend you check that out, guys. It's well worth the value. You're going to make your money back real quickly on the monthly charge there. And honestly, I'm having a blast with all the other VIP members in there. So shout out to you guys. I'm sure you guys will be in the comments, but VIP members, you guys are the best. And if you enjoy this content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. We got 5 good ones. Yesterday stunk. Severino got hurt. And then McClanahan got pulled at like 85 pitches. So it was just one of those days. And Musgrove got blown up. So move on, scratch it, forget about it. Let's go 5-0. Let's get another sweep. Let's get back to what we do. Get in some wins here. That's all I can say, man. So, first game that we are going to talk about is going to be the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. This one kicks off at 12:10 p.m. Eastern, so midday here. We got an early game. And I want to talk about Mr. Braxton Garrett, who gets to take on a Pittsburgh Pirates team who has a bunch of strikeouts in their lineup, and I really like where his strikeout line is set. Looking at his stuff across the board, he has a 19.2% K rate overall with an 11.3% swinging strike rate. That's pretty solid. A 20.7% K rate against righties and a 15% K rate against lefties. So lefties, he doesn't have the highest of K rates. However, that's only a 9 innings pitch sample size. And I have a feeling after this game that strikeout rate's going to be looking a little bit better against lefties because the Pirates have a lot of lefties that strike out a lot. And overall, their lineup just strikes out a lot. Starting from the bottom up with Mr. DeLay. 15% for him, but that's only a 13 at-bat sample size. Then 57, 19, 30, 27, 24, 31, 10, and 6 at the top. So 2 low strikeout guys at the top, and Kevin Newman and Brian Hayes. But then once you get down past them, lots of strikeouts to be had in this Pittsburgh Pirates lineup, and I think that Mr. Braxton Garrett can take advantage today. Then you look at the pitch count as far as how deep he's going into these ball games, how much of a leash he has. It's typically right around 90, mid-80s pitches. You can see 94, 84, 83, 85, respectively. 4.2, 4.2, 7.1, 5.2. Then you look at the strikeouts, 7, 5, 4, and 3. But keep in mind, once again, Pittsburgh Pirates, this is a great matchup. This is a much different matchup than the few matchups he's had as of late. I think he can rack the case for sure here. And I do like the over 4.5 strikeouts here for Braxton Garrett. Last thing that I will mention is there's some pretty heavy juice on this as well on the sports book. So Vegas is indicating that they agree with me on this one. He is a minus 160 favorite to hit the over here. So Braxton Garrett, pick number 1. Great spot. Lots of strikeouts to be had. Also a great pitching environment in Miami, which should be very forgiving to him. Obviously, that's not going to help him strike anyone out, but it could help his pitch count stay a little bit more efficient on balls that are hitting the gap and stuff that may get down in other stadiums. You can see as far as Miami's concerned, very, very friendly pitching environment. So Marlins Park, always a park I like targeting pitching. This is no different. Do like the over 4.5 strikeouts here for Braxton Garrett, pick number 1. Pick number 2, we're going to be heading down to the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Kansas City Royals. And we're talking about Kevin Gausman because he gets to take on a depleted Kansas City Royals team tonight. The Royals are having many of the members of their squad not being able to travel because they are not vaccinated and they're going into Toronto. So pretty much half of the Kansas City Royals lineup is out. That's going to make Kevin Gausman get to take on a AAA team practically. And that's going to be great news for him because he has great swing strike stuff, great strikeout stuff, and I like where his strikeout prop is set as well. He's got a 27% K rate overall with a 16% swing strike rate, 30.9% K rate against righties. That is elite. It does drop down to a 21.2% K rate against lefties, but that's still pretty respectable, 21.2% K rate. And once again, depleted Kansas City Royals lineup tonight. I mean, this lineup is going to be ugly for the Kansas City Royals, so I think we can take advantage with Kevin Gausman for sure. Reading off some of the strikeout rates, some of these guys we don't even have because they don't have a sample size, but starting from the bottom up with Lopez, 14, 80% for Rivera. That's only a 5 at-bat sample size, but once again, I mean, a lot of strikeouts, less talent in the lineup. 25% for Rivera, 35% for O'Hearn, 21, 16, and 21 at the top with Witt. So, this Royals lineup is not going to be looking good tonight, man. It's an elite swinging strike guy in Kevin Gausman. A lot of these batters in this lineup probably have not seen a splitter like Kevin Gausman throws. Pretty elite stuff. He's got a great splitter, so they're going to probably have some difficulties tonight. Kevin Gausman's pitch count is way up as well, something we're always looking at. He's coming off an injury, but he did pitch last time out of the bullpen for a couple innings, 42 pitches, and everything that's reported is saying he's full go. He should be a full go without much restriction at all. Maybe he doesn't get up to 110 or 107 like he did before, but maybe he throws like 90 or something, but he just barely struck out 10 and 7 respectively in his last 2 starts. The strikeout stuff's been phenomenal. And once again, the matchup, I mean, you really can't ask for much of a better situation than this. Half the team got ruled out because they cannot travel to Toronto. So this is going to be a very soft matchup for Kevin Gausman. So really do like this pick. Going to be taking the over 5.5 strikeouts for Kevin Gausman as pick number 2 here. Gotta love the pick, man. Everything kind of lining up here. And as far as the Vegas data is concerned, I'm not seeing any lines released yet on this, but I tend to think there's going to be a lot of juice on his strikeouts today with this whole situation. So over 5.5 strikeouts. Love that for Kevin Gausman, pick number 2. Pick number 3. We're going to be heading down to the Houston Astros taking on the Los Angeles Angels, and we've been targeting the Angels a ton because they strike out a ton, and I think they continue to do so tonight, taking on Framber Valdez, who has some good stuff. He doesn't have the most elite strikeout stuff, but he does have a long leash, decent strikeout stuff, and really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, and he's a very well-controlled pitcher. A little bit of a walk issue overall, compared to some elite guys, I would say, but he's just really good, man. 21.8% K rate overall with a 10.1% swing strike rate. Really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, good hard contact stuff. He has a 21.3% K rate against righties and a 24.6% K rate against lefties. And the Angels just strike out a ton. If you don't know that the Angels strike out a ton and you've been watching my content for quite some time now, then you need to listen a little better because this is a team, I mean, they just strike out so much. We've been targeting them over and over and over again. I guess they've added some low strikeout bats in there, a couple at the bottom of the lineup against left-handed pitching, but even then, I'm just not worried about it. 18, 15, 23, 18, 23, 20, 25, 57 at the top. And Ohtani strikes out a lot. Trout strikes out a lot. The top 2 hitters in their lineup, even though they're elite hitters, they still strike out a bunch. So Framber Valdez just barely faced this team, and he definitely hit the over on his strikeouts because he rung up 13 in that game on 107 pitches and 6 innings pitched. So we just barely got a sample size of what he can do against the Angels. Trying to see if he's pitched against them before in the season. Yeah, one time he only had 3 strikeouts in that game on 80 pitches, but that was early in the season when he was limited on his pitch count and stuff, so I would take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, just barely struck out 13 against the Angels. That's not a coincidence. They strike out a ton. I think Framber Valdez is able to rack up some Ks in this spot tonight for sure. Looking at where his strikeout prop is set over here on Prizepicks, we'll be rocking with the over 6.5 strikeouts for Framber Valdez as pick number 3 here. Pick number 4. We're going to be going down to the last game. We're going to be talking about both of the pitchers in this game. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the San Francisco Giants. It's in San Francisco. It's one of the best pitching environments in baseball. And we have 2 absolutely elite strikeout guys. This is where the lines got bumped. So, full disclaimer, I got both these guys at 7.5 in my big ticket. So, the big ticket that I'm launching, it'll be 7.5. They did get bumped to 8. But I'm still willing to go here. I do think they both strike out 9+. Obviously, there's not quite as much value on the 8 line, unfortunately, but I'm still going to go here, so I'm going to stick with them in my big ticket. Once again, I got them at 7.5 just to be fully transparent, so all my tickets, I do have them at 7.5. But I think they get 9+. I think they might even both get 10+, so I'm still going to promote them here, even though they did get the bump. It's a little bit less than ideal, obviously, but starting with the away pitcher, Corbin Burns, he's a 32.4% K rate overall, a 16.6% swinging strike rate, 32.4% K rate against righties, and a 32.3% K rate against lefties. That is elite. 30+% K rate. It's only 60 degrees in San Francisco. The ball should not be flying, and it's one of the best pitching environments in baseball. I mean, you really can't ask for much better of a spot than this in Oracle Park tonight. And I think both these pitchers just absolutely shove it. I think they both get a lot of strikeouts here with the strikeout stuff that they have. Lastly, as far as the San Francisco Giants lineup and their strikeout rates, starting from the bottom up, as we always do with Bart. 42, 22, 39, 21, 16, 27, 14, 20, and 15. So a lot of strikeouts, especially towards the bottom part of the order. With the type of strikeout stuff that Corbin Burnes has, he can strike out guys with low strikeout stuff. So the guys that strike out a lot, you can pretty much just count it. And the pitch count's way up for Corbin Burnes as well. So even though the lines are set a little bit higher, 100, 100, 105, 108, and you look at the strikeouts, 10, he only had 5 against Pittsburgh in a game where he really didn't pitch that well, but then 9, 8, 10, 8. So he's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6 as far as the over 7.5. Once again, the line set at 8. There would have been 2 pushes on that, unfortunately, with the bump. But 10, 9, and 10, clearly capable of striking out 10 plus, and I think he does so tonight, honestly. I do think he racks up 10 plus strikeouts, so I'm still going to be rocking with it, even though they did get the bump. It's less than ideal. There's not as much value on it as it was when I got it, but still, I'm still going to promote you guys to take the over 8 strikeouts here for Corbin Burnes. Same can be said for Mr. Carlos Rodon. He gets to take on a Milwaukee squad, looking at their strikeout rates up and down, starting from the bottom up with Davis, 35, 33, 26, 25, 26, 12, 20, 27, and 21. So Milwaukee strikes out a bunch, man, against left-handed pitching. And that's going to be a problem because they have to take on Carlos Rodon, who has a 31% K rate overall with a 14.1% swinging strike rate, 29.5% K rate against righties, and a 37.2% K rate against lefties. Once again, elite strikeout stuff. Once again, I do think he strikes out 10 plus. So did get this at 7.5, but I'm still going to take it at the over 8. Still promoting it for you guys. I think it's an unavoidable spot here for these two aces. I think they both strike out 10 plus, like I said. So that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the MLB today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, check it out, guys. Like I said, the VIP members, I always send in all these tickets before, and I send them in when I'm value hunting. So once again, I sent all these tickets in when I got Burnes and Rodon at 7.5. So that's kind of what I've been working on for those VIP members, trying to provide as much value as possible. Would highly recommend you join us over there. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks picks today, tonight, and we will see you in the next one.